Greetings all you Magic the Gathering enthusiasts. Welcome to my channel. I'm JamSam, and yeah. So, things didn't go quite as planned. My last video, where I was focusing on the Phyrexian Tribal, my plan was I was going to make at least like 3 videos where I would slowly improve upon that deck's archetype. But things didn't go as planned. First off, the last video came out a little bit later than I had planned, and March of Machines Aftermath came out earlier than I expected. And honestly, I haven't really focused on that set, so I don't really know what cards would be good in Standard and which ones won't be, but what little I looked through, it seems like the set is more focused on Commander than Standard, but I could be wrong. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're focusing on Phyrexians, and so I took 2 videos worth of games, just squeezed it into one, and you're about to see why. But the idea was I was going to improve the deck as I went along, so the deck list isn't consistent between games. So instead of going over the deck list, I'll just break the deck down at the end of the video. So stick around to the end to find out what I think and how I think this deck should work. But before I get too much more in depth with this deck, let's just get to the games and see what happened. So without any further ado, let's get to the games. Here we go. Yeah, so first game, just a bad draw. I mean, started off with a 1 mana hand, mulliganed into a 2 mana hand, never drew a third one until like way later. And now we have 4 lands in our hand. We are starting with Skrelv into Norn's Inquisitor. We are on the draw. It's a lot of lands. I feel like it's going to get flooded out, but I'm going to keep it. So you never know. Looks like they might be playing green. Opponent thinking real hard which land to play. Swamp. Yeah. Okay, so we're probably just gonna draw a whole bunch of lands. That's my assumption. This is what happens a lot of times when I change the deck around a lot. Like the first couple of games, you either get mana screwed or mana flooded. I may have spoken too soon. So here's the question. We could just go for the throat, the Concealing Curtains, which I think is better. So let's hope that they go for the Concealing Curtains. Yeah, they're gonna transform the Concealing Curtains. Yep. And that ends their turn. We're just gonna pass the turn. We'll keep Skrelv as a protection. Flesh Gorger, okay. Alright, I'll let you get that 4 in. No blocks. Oh, they did have land. Okay. Ooh. Bloater. I think we go like this. So they're playing white. Alright, 1 attack. End the turn. To be honest, that attack was kind of meaningless. Well, they could just have another one. Never mind. Guess they didn't. Wow. Maybe I need more lands to play Gix's command. I don't know. This is really bad, though. We'll keep 6. Oh boy. Okay. Up against some sort of blue deck, maybe? Uh-huh. I don't know, they might kill our Inquisitor and leave Skrelv. Tribute to Horobi. So I really tried to get this enchantment to work, and for the life of me, could not. Is this where... Yes. Yes, this is where we use this. End the turn. Get some card draw. Yay! If we draw a land, we play Elesh Norn. Okay. Oh, and then get tribute to Horobi. Okay, I see what they're doing. Sure. That's actually not bad. Okay. Ooh. We could go for the sensor. Let's just go with the sensor. Attacks. Okay, comes in tapped, and they can't do anything else this turn. But they might have a removal for next turn. No blockers. Yeah, so they do have removal. But who are they removing? The Grafted Butcher? Or the Censor? Probably the Censor, right? Really? Play Defector Mite and the Bloated Processor next turn. Then we can play Elesh Norn. Possibly transform it. E-turn after that. Though, we're taking a lot of damage in the air. That's the one thing. This deck has no protection in the air, right? There is some, like, Phyrexian creatures with flying have toxic, but overall they're not very good decks.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit for
-2.
the win.
Yeah. So
Off you go.
we could sacrifice the Grafted Butcher, but I think in this case the Inquisitor is better. Whew. All right. Ah, crap, I forgot about that.
Knew this was a waste of time.
All right. So the Seedcore and Grafted Butcher are kind of a nombo, right? This pumps up our plus 1/1 creatures, but if we have Grafted Butcher out, then all of our 1/1s are now 2/2s. So yeah, I think unless we draw removal. Wait, what? What are they playing? Ah. They actually had us Phyrexian. Well, if they discard a non-land, we're dead. Yeah, okay. So we just need to draw more removal. Yep, up against Catbolt. Going first. You know, this is a alright hand. Could use the Skrelv's Hive for invasion of New Capenna, but it's alright. Start with Skrelv's Defector Mite. Might be going up against Mono Blue. Fading Hope. Okay. I don't know why they used it before the end of my turn, but seems like they have something. Let's just play this as a 1-drop. Oh, okay, consider. Alright. So I have a lot of 2-drop removal spells that I'm not drawing, it feels like. Okay, Skrelv's Hive. I'll keep this. Skrelv's Hive into Invasion New Capenna. Might not be bad. Against Mono Red? Nope. Norris. Okay. Phyrexian. Well, we're just gonna go for this then. Do they have some sort of removal? That's victory. Okay. Fun stuff. Damage is already done. Would be nice if our opponent gave us something to actually remove, but do we just go for it? Yeah, why not? Pretty sure they have removal. Yeah. If they want to spend it all on my tokens and whatnot, that's fine by me. We'll go with the second one. Memory Deluge. So they're thinking of wiping out all the... So they took some time with that one. Which means they didn't find what they're looking for, maybe? Nope. This is good. Oh, come on! That's two in a row. Having both Scoured Barrens in our opening hand isn't the best, but you know, can make it work against maybe mono white. We shall see. Ossification against a Crawling Chorus. That's a very interesting take. Alright, let's just get all of this started and hope that we don't draw any more lands. Just the perfect answer for everything. It's alright. Send the turn there. One thing about having all these creatures that does things upon dying, you tend to go up against a lot of decks that have exile. More exile. Adeling is a problem. They're gonna attack him with the... Nope. Could use some more removal instead of all these lands. You think they just have another one? I think they have a Wandering Emperor. They're gonna +1 on ally, right? So they +1, it becomes a 4/4, kills both without taking any damage. We double block the 1/1. The +1 here, kill Grafted Butcher. And Chorus becomes a 1/1. And does not kill the token. We're just gonna go no blocks, I think. Alright, we need something other than lands, though, for this to kind of work. Yeah.
Run away. You'll be safe. Let your blade do the talking.
Seven lands, top 13. So, you know, over 50% lands.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
They probably just have another one. Let's just block here. Oh, they don't. Surprising. Can I at least draw, like, Gix's command then? You know, to make up for all these lands? So I started making these videos in a way to try and improve a deck, right? Just pick a archetype and see how we can improve it and make it better. But these games make it very difficult to figure out what I need to do to improve when the only thing that really happens is I draw lands, or I don't draw lands. So I want to improve these decks. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do if the only factor that's playing in is luck. Alright, we can play Skrelv's Hive, but then we have no black mana. And knowing my luck, we're not going to draw any black mana. But, you know, now that I've said that, maybe we will. Let's find out. Mono red. Skrelv's Hive is bad against mono red. And so I will draw all of them. But life gain is not bad. We have removal, just no black mana. Never gonna draw black mana, probably. Like I said. I'm just gonna play it out to make this just end a little bit more quickly. Wow. Okay. So... let's tap. Tap black mana. Beautiful. There's only two of them. There's only two in the whole deck. What is that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have a burn spell. Might as well just play it now. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. We go first. We got black and white mana. Oh my goodness. Turn 1 and turn 3 play. I don't know. Maybe we'll draw turn 2 play. Who knows? Again, luck, right? So I can't... Have I had any real games this recording? Yeah. We'll go first. We're gonna keep this. And we're gonna start with the Skrelv's Hive into maybe Grafted Butcher. I don't know. Maybe Skrelv into Sheoldred into Butcher. Grafted Butcher. I guess the part of the problem is I don't know how to play this deck. Maybe I should get rid of all these 4-drops, go less... high drop, and just commit to the low mana aggressive side of things. Go like this. Against green, huh? Mono green? Root Wire Amalgam. Okay. So, I changed the deck around a bit, and I went a little bit more on the aggressive side. So I have less removal, and now that I have less removal, of course they'll put me up against a deck that probably has a bunch of creatures. Sometimes I just hate the way these, the matchmaker works. Okay, so 5 mana to exile Kodama. That's the turn. So they're probably going to use a lot of +1/+1 counters, I assume. Or maybe not a lot, but they have to have some sort of synergies with +1/+1 counters to activate Kodama's modified creature thing. I assume they also have like a bunch of fight spells. Hopefully we draw into one of our removal spells. Which way? Okay, they're searching for lands. What? So, unfortunately, today's video, this is how it's gonna end. I would love to break down the deck. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and break down the deck. Yeah, so what happened? Well, as much as I would have loved to improve upon the deck and try and figure out what worked and what didn't, I felt like a lot of the games was just dependent on luck. The opponents scooped before I even had a chance to see what worked and what didn't with the deck, and the games I lost, it really was just me not drawing enough lands or just flooding out. The games I included in the video were the ones I felt like showcased what worked or didn't work with the deck, but all the other games where I've lost, it didn't really help with how to improve the deck. With that being said, let's break this deck down a little bit. This is, I think, what the deck looked like near the end. I was trying out Invasion of New Capenna. You can sacrifice a creature, then you can exile target artifact or creature. When you flip this card, you get an equipment. Whenever the equipped creature attacks, you get to put a +1/+1 counter on that creature, and each creature you control that shares a creature type with it. So all our creatures are Phyrexians, attach it to one of our creatures, and not all your creatures have to attack, just the equipped creature, and then it buffs all your other creatures. I've also added Tocasia's Welcome as a card draw mechanic. The 3 mana enchantment, whenever one or more creatures with a mana value 3 or less enters the battlefield, you draw a card. Seeing as majority of our creatures are less than 3 mana, I thought might be a good addition. And also Norn's Inquisitor, and say 2-drop 1/1 when Inquisitor enters the battlefield, incubate 2. And then whenever a permanent you control transforms into a Phyrexian, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So all your incubate tokens, when it transforms into a creature, gets an additional counter on it. Other cards that were in my deck but didn't really see much play. The Sleeper was in and out of the deck. Soul Partition, don't think I ever used it, but it was in my deck. And then the Exarch, which did see play, but was kind of in and out of this deck. I think this is a good card, just probably don't need a 4 of, maybe 1 or 2. Gix's Command has been in this deck almost the whole time, and I either never had the mana to play it, or when I did, I just never drew it. Elesh Norn, don't know if it's right for this deck. At one point, I had more copies of Skrelv's Hive with the Welcome and more removal, some cut downs and everything. I tried to go for a more mid-range type of feel, and I feel like that is the wrong direction. This deck wants to be more of an aggressive deck, so maybe what I have here, where it's mostly creatures, maybe 2 Skrelv's Hives, 1 or 2 Welcomes for a card draw is best. Invasion of New Capenna, I would probably just go down to 1 if I was going to keep it. Same with the Welcome. And then go up on maybe like creatures like that, something like that. On Gix's Command, maybe just 1 copy of. I might go down to like 3 Seedcores and 3 Secluded Courtyards, just so I can have a bit more of colored lands, because to be honest, these lands do not help with Skrelv's Hive, Go for the Throats, and your welcomes, and Envision New Capenna, which you saw in one of those games kind of hurt me, where I didn't draw any swamps and all I had were these colorless lands and a handful of removal. But anyway, overall, as a conclusion, I would say the Phyrexian Tribal is not a thing yet. If you stuck around this long, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I don't think I have anything else to say about this deck, so hope you enjoyed the video, and remember, have fun playing Magic. I'll see you next time.